Alrighty everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you all have an amazing day. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Today we're going to be focusing on painting some parts. We're trying to get done with this Honda painting stuff, right? I'm trying to go get some clear coat so we can finish all the clear coating. I'm going to try and get some silver paint so we can finish the silver painting of the exhausts. I've got some black paint to touch up the light cages because a little bit of that got messed up. I'm not exactly sure how. Nothing else has been messed up. And then I've also got the little bit of aluminum paint we need to finish the front brake covers that we forgot to flip over and paint the other side of. We've got the tanks here ready to go. We're just going to do a couple little tank welds and a couple little patches, right? Already patched this side, but this side has to be repatched on the inside. Outside's already done, and this is a way bigger patch than needed, right? There's a few pinprick holes throughout, and the last person did a patch across all of this, and I wanted to overdo their patch and just make sure there's no chance, right? So I left the original patch and then patched over it, right? And just, you know, I'm just trying to make my best and trying to make it so that you don't even see it. So when it's painted, it's nice and smooth. Hopefully not perfect, but it, you know, it's not as noticeable. They made it very chunky, like here, right? Like this patch. See how chunky that is, right? That's what the outside was looking like. But now it's bumpy. It's not perfectly smooth, but it's within this right shape of the tank, right? Same thing with this side. This side, I actually took all the patches off and redid it, but I realized that it just, I don't think that's very necessary. I'd rather have more patch work. I'd rather have a bit extra than take away what's there, right? So, one side is taken away and redone. One side is left and redone. We'll see what does better. I'm really not sure. Right, I'm learning as we go, but this is our first tank that we worked on, so we're making progress. This has a little bit of patchwork around the hanger here on both sides, and it's just very lazily done. It's so bad, it's so ugly. So I'd like to try, and I don't even know, I can't even get this off. I've been trying to pick at this and like get this off. I can't get this out, so I don't really know. Maybe I can get a flathead screwdriver and pick a bit of this off and do it better. I'm kind of scared to see what's under there. But yeah, we're gonna take this and patch this as well. These tanks are good. There's no issues with them, just some dents in the sides and whatnot, right? But I'm really not sure, right? We're gonna paint all 4 tanks, and the new owner of the Big Reds can pick whichever one of the 4 tanks they want to have. Either an S tank with stickers, or a M tank with stickers, or an S tank without stickers, or an M tank without stickers, right? I have best of both worlds. It's up to them what they'd like to have. And yeah, so we're gonna get straight into this. Also, I noticed our fork bottoms started to rust just a little after painting along the inside. Didn't want to take any chances with that getting worse. So I immediately just filled them with grease, packed it down with the actual damper shock that I have over there, and they're all wrapped up. We'll wrap this up and leave it here ready to go, and hopefully you all enjoy this video. We're gonna get straight into it. I gotta go get some painter's tape and whatnot. We'll get into it. Hopefully you all enjoy. We'll be right back.
Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go.
Alrighty everyone, check this out. So I've been able to get all the paint. We got it all set up. We've rinsed off all the rims and flipped them over. All the parts have been flipped over and ready to be clear coated for the second time on the other side. And then we've set up our exhausts here, ready to have the cast aluminum, not silver, sorry, cast aluminum paint done on here. Very high temperature paint. Got to have regular aluminum done on the inside of the brake hub. And then over here, well, we got our red parts here, right? So I've gone over everything with the 320 grit. and then also rinsed it off. And we're gonna have to wipe it down again right before we paint, but it's come a long way. It's ready to paint. Everything's taped off for the stickers and fuel valves here on each one. And then over here we've got the red stuff, the red part taped off for the forks so that we can do a quick thin coat of aluminum to the rust here and the chrome. And then once that's done, our next time can be clear coating it quickly, and then we can paint this red and clear coating it, of course, right? So very close to done. We still have the differential to do, the secondary differential and axle that's stuck together in the garage. I'm gonna need help taking it apart. I just haven't had time to do that yet. Once we get that done, those forks will be finished with the differential and axle, and most likely the rear rack center flip up pieces that I don't have yet, that I'm getting a trade deal. So anyways, hopefully you're all enjoying the video so far. We're gonna get straight into painting this stuff up. We just gotta wait a little bit. I'm gonna take a little break, eat some food, have some breakfast, and we're gonna wipe down the tanks, wipe down the wheels, get everything dry, right? And once it's all dry and we're ready to paint, we'll pick it up, we'll set it up for a time lapse. Hopefully you all enjoy. We'll be right back. Catch you in a couple seconds, everyone.
Through the wastelands, through the highways, and
Alrighty, everyone, check this out. So we've been making a ton of progress here. I just had to pick the camera up and show y'all a little update. It's not perfect, again, right? This is not a show trike. I'm sorry if you're looking for something absolutely perfect. This is a budget build, one of my first times painting anything. I've literally never painted anything like this other than the Yamaha, right? And it was only the racks, and I did the racks and the front forks. And it was okay, but it wasn't perfect either. And I didn't use enough, and I didn't clear coat. This time I'm doing more, and I'm clear coating. And I'm also using Rust-Oleum instead of Rust Check, because it's like $5 a can cheaper. And on a budget, that's really important. So I don't know, right? But look at this, man. Like, this is the old, right? Ta-da! Look at it. Look at it. I've only gone over it a couple times, and that's all I'm gonna do for this underside. I understand it's not perfect. There's a little defect there, right? You can still see some of the speckling through the paint, but I don't care, right? We're gonna let this dry, and those are the patches there. They're not perfectly smooth, right? But it's all right. And I used a bit too much paint up at this end, so it's dripping. So I know that for the top side, when I flip it over soon, I'm letting it dry a little bit more in the sun, and then we'll flip it over and do the top side, and we'll actually do 3 coats for the top side, not only 2. And we have still a full can that we haven't touched yet. So the top side is 100% gonna get 3 coats per tank. And then we've also been doing, of course, the cast aluminum paint here. That doesn't matter because this heat shielding is all gonna be painted black. And so we're gonna have to tape off all the silver, all the aluminum. I really should have just painted it all black and then taped off the heat shielding and then painted it all aluminum. Oh well. You live and you learn, right? This might be a pain in the ass to tape off, but we'll get her done. And it's gonna look absolutely amazing. Like, look at that. Look at that. Oh my Lord. And the brake hub covers for the front brake, right? We got them painted up here, matching the outside, right? Want to make sure they're all nice and they're not rusting on the inside. The front light cage here, right? We sanded down the area and we gave it a fresh coat of paint. Again, there's a bit of wrinkling. I really don't understand why it's wrinkling. Maybe it's that fact that it's a oil-based paint. Maybe I'm doing too much at once, but I didn't have that issue with the rust check, so I really don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm just learning. Maybe you guys know more about paint and you can let me know down in the comments below if the oil-based paint needs more time to dry than regular paint, and that's why it's starting to wrinkle every so often. All the parts here are going good. I have another one of these that I forgot to paint. And then we have another 2 that I'm getting in a trade deal to finish. So they'll be painted. Look at the forks here. So like I said at the start, we're gonna be doing the aluminum for the forks. And I've also painted down inside of them, which I couldn't do for the fork bottoms because of the spacers, right? So I had to just grease them up this morning because of the rust that was starting. I wanted to make sure that it stopped any chance of bad rust inside of them. So grease them up, like I said at the right, and for these ones, since there's no spacers, I can just paint the inside. I went all around, looking great. This is where I'm really noticing the wrinkling though. See that along the can't see it too much. I'm really sorry. It's a beautiful day, but it kind of makes it a bit hard to record little things, little details, but you can kind of see the wrinkling there, right? We're kind of having trouble with it. It's really weird. I love the pattern, but it's obviously not what I was trying to do. Like, look at that. I love it. It looks so cool, but I just don't understand why it's doing that. And it's only in certain spots, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just not completely dry yet. Maybe it's too thick and it's going to take longer to dry. But you got to remember, these aren't being put together for a while, right? So these are going to be sat to dry and cure for the next probably a month before they're actually put together. So I'm not really worried about the paint drying. It's going to dry. It's just going to take a bit longer, if so, whatever. Yeah, hopefully you're all enjoying so far. We'll get right back to it, and we'll see you when it's done. Or at least at the end of this today, right? We'll see. We'll see how much we get done today. I'm hoping to get it done today. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully you enjoy. We'll be right back. Sorry, one last thing before we move on. That wrinkling thing, it's not happening on any of the other parts. It's only happening on the racks. I'm flabbergasted. I don't get it. Please let me know what's going on with this wrinkling. The racks and the front light cages, right? Those are the three, right? The rear and front racks and the light cage. The 3 parts it's happened to, but everything else is fine. Please let me know down in the comments what it is.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
All right, everyone, this is going to be the end of this video. We've been able to get the clear coat done for all the rims. Check this out. Oh my lord. There are a couple little things here and there, right? Stuff fell from the trees as we were doing it. There's nothing I can really do about that. The idea with the new shed is we'll build a shed/workshop here, and we'll be able to do the work inside of it, and we won't have this issue going forward, like right here. But I clear coated over it after, so we shouldn't have issues. And we have the spacers to go in. I didn't clear coat them. I only did the aluminum today because I noticed it wasn't quite good enough. We also finished the exhausts, the clear coating for the back of the hubs. This was already done. We also finished clear coating the little bits and the underside of the differential, so that way when you're out on the trails, hopefully it lasts as long as possible. And then we've also, of course, done the 3 coats of clear from the bottom side and now from the top side down for the entirety of the frame. Both the frames, right? Both looking absolutely amazing. Very happy with the outcome. We didn't clear coat the foot pegs today. I noticed the bottom side wasn't quite good enough, so I did another couple coats of black paint instead. And next time we're doing stuff, we'll clear coat them. We've done at least 2 coats of clear on the racks. I will do another coat next time, but for now we'll let it dry and cure so that we can figure out if maybe that's why it's wrinkling every so often. Not sure. We also just did 2 coats for all this interior stuff that isn't going to get wrecked as much. Actually, no, we didn't. We did 3 coats for the rack supports and the hitch and the rear, but it's the battery box. Sorry. The battery box, I only did 2 coats for the inside of the clear coat, but everything else still got 3 coats on the outside. The aluminum on the forks, we've done another time, right? So it's 2 times now, and that's going to be done. We're just going to have to clear coat this and we'll be good to go. And we have to do the tops, but, well, this is the tanks. Check this out. So, looking awesome. They're not perfect, right? I didn't use body filler or whatever to make them absolutely smooth and perfect before painting, right? But this got 2 coats. This one got 2 coats after taking the stickers off, so it's definitely not perfect. This needs more paint, but I'm out of paint. And then the 2 main ones with the stickers, we did 3 coats of paint across them each on the top side, and we still only did the 2 coats for the bottom side, but for now that's good enough, right? It's not being sold yet, right? We're not done. Got to get more paint. I'm thinking we'll need a can of paint per forks. And then we might be able to do both forks with just 1 can, but we'll get 2 cans just to be safe. And then we'll get 2 cans for finishing the tanks. That'll allow us to do another couple coats per top and another couple coats per bottom and be completely done, right? We'll have 3 or 4 or 5 coats per side for each tank. We'll be very good to go on them. And then it's just a process of clear coating them, right? Which again, we'll have to get another couple cans of clear coat. We're down to our last can. 1 can is not going to clear coat 4 tanks and a set of forks and all the other stuff we got, right? So, but we're getting very close. We're definitely upping the budget for this, but that's all right. We're going to make sure these are lasting forever. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and a comment with your favorite part, and consider also subscribing for more content Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone.